Hi guys, back at it. This is the Shimi Podcast, and my name's Sangakawa, aka Toast, and with me is a very interesting guest here, Mr. Ubuntu himself. If I should call you Mr. Ubuntu or Mr. TED Talk now, because he's all about that TED Talk. So, Mr. Prince, can you please introduce yourself? Who is this gentleman that we have today?
Achanya Wantu. Twice I'm Shimika. Yeah, I'm happy to be here on the Shimi Podcast. And should I start with my names or should I say TEDx speaker?
Man, I have no idea, man. That's like a proud moment, man. I like when I saw that, I felt I felt like a proud father. Like, yeah, damn right. It's about damn time you got that recognition. Like, it was really cool, man. It was really cool. How was that about? Before we even go into the introduction, just how was that? How was the feeling when you got like was it like a call? Was it like an email? Like, how was that? How did that happen?
So when I applied, I completely forgot about it because there was a call to apply to be a speaker.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I applied. I completely forgot about it because they took time. Like 2 months passed since I was like, it's not going to happen. Then I got a call. I was in the office. I got a call from a strange number, and I usually don't pick up strange numbers. I don't.
Have a stranger danger.
Stranger danger, exactly. And also, when I'm at work, just forget about your calls. So got a call. It's like, no, this is Shanshan from TEDx. I was like, we hold up. What? No, we are calling to get a draft of your talk so we can approve you to be a speaker. I was like, what? And
it's such a real moment of us, hey?
It was unreal. You know, they asked for a draft and they said, no, we need it tomorrow. I sent it in the next 1 hour.
That's how prepared he was. 100%. Very prepared for it.
Very ready. I was always ready. It's been a thing for a long time.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's great. Anywho, now just, we had to stack that out. We had to get it out of the system. So now you can give us an introduction of who you are, what you do, what you're about, and just even a brief. For those that do not know, like I introduced him as Mr. Ubuntu. He has a podcast. Yeah, Ubuntu Podcast. Check it out, and he'll do the advertising. So just a brief introduction about yourself.
Yeah. Firstly, I like to start with one of my passions. I love to work with young people. Yeah, I love to see young people.
Do I qualify as young people? I'm not that old though.
I don't know the audience to tell. I don't know the audience to tell if you qualify as young people.
I'm not that old, guys. I don't look old.
I don't know, but
I don't look old. Like I don't look old. Okay, no, I will say yes, my body has changed, but I don't look that old, guys. Yeah.
But young for me, I'm talking between 15 and 25. Okay. I like to work with young people. I like to see young people believe in themselves, and also young people reach their potential much earlier than they can. Right. So I'm a personal development coach and mentor, and the founder of Ubuntu Society. So the society help young people grow and develop spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially. So we also support their creative innovations and help them reach their wildest goals. So aside from that, I love the gym, bro. Like I love fitness.
Yeah. Is the right word gym rat? Is it gym?
Yeah. I can accept gym rat. I love the gym. Like me and CR7 the same. We both just take water.
No, I'm more on the messy side, but God.
Yeah, it was intention. I knew he's a messy fan. So me and CR7 the same, 100%. Yeah, real. So that's about me, and I draw. Yeah, if you are looking for someone to draw your girlfriend, especially, I got you.
Man, just right there. Like, there's no need. You could have said, I can draw you. I can draw a girlfriend, and then what now?
No, your girlfriend, I got
you. Man, I get. Awesome stuff. So just, as we alluded earlier, you were on a TED Talk. It was held in Kitwe.
Yeah.
Just a brief explanation on where it was, who was the speaker there. Just brief us on how that went. Like when the presence of royalty. I don't know. I don't know what do we need to add Prince, Ted TED Talk after that? Like, are we going to add that? The way would have like is honorable. Is that what we're going to put you now on your Like on your CV? No, but no, definitely CV is added. But I mean, do we describe you as Prince TED Talker?
Yeah. As a man of many things, I don't even know. But my name represents everything. So
Okay.
Prince Monsa is fine. So that's what people to remember that
The
name
man
more
stays
than
humble. The
yeah,
man
more
stays
than
humble.
anything. So yeah, so just my name will do.
All right. Yeah, but again, how was that about?
Yeah, I feel like for me that's one of the best moments of my life. I've always wanted to give a TED talk. It's been a dream of mine. It's bigger than what it looks like on the outside. Inside me, big. I've been waiting for that time to come because many of the people I look up to have given one. You know, for example, people like Vusi, Tim Abran. I can mention a list of people have been on that stage. I was like, wow, I'm actually stepping on the same stage as my people, my role models. This was big and it was exciting. And it was just stepping into something I've always been scared of, which is public speaking on a big stage. I was like, yo, it was like KO to the fear of public speaking. You know,
Yeah, I
like
mean, I just
KO.
like who's a client to you now? Like who is he?
I
Just
mean,
knock it off the parch, man. Like
I
I talk
mean,
to hundreds and thousands of people. Who's one person? You know?
I mean,
Yeah,
so
crazy.
yeah, it was amazing meeting different people, different topics. One of my favorite topics was on colorism. Mama light skin chicks, you are colorists. I'm playing.
Hey, can't hate a man for his choice.
You can't hate a man for liking chocolate instead.
Hey, gotta have some milk in your tea.
You gotta have vanilla and chocolate at the same time.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, but I love that talk so much because sometimes um, we might be saying things and they might harm people without us even knowing it. You know, stuff like she's not nice. She's just light skin. Oh, she's dark skin. You know, that type of thing. So I love the fact that somebody actually spoke about it. There's nothing wrong with being light skin or vanilla. So choice is yours. But the fact that sometimes you might say things the same way we say you have gained.
Yeah,
Which is not a big compliment, by the way. Unless for me who goes to the gym, please tell me. So that's about the talk.
Yeah, no, good. Speaking of gym, on the topic of the gym, how does your gym life? How do you balance your gym life and your work life and just all the other things that you do? Like, I've always wanted to have that habit of like going to the gym and what and what. I did start one time and then I just quickly stopped when the pain was too much. I quit after I did it for like a month, but then there was a bit of laziness in it and just stopped. Like how is it that you're able to do all these things but still have time to be fit in the gym, dedicate your time for that gym, and also do your other activities, your drawings, your work, all these other activities that you're doing, the podcast that you're making. I mean, it's not easy, but how do you make time for these things? Because you've got like 7 days in a week, got 24 hours in a day. How does that come about? How do you balance all these things?
Firstly, on balance, one thing I've learned about balance since I recently started working is there's no balance. The balance doesn't balance. The more you
balancing.
it's not balancing.
It's not balancing.
The more you try to balance things, they don't balance. That's me personally. That's what I discovered, especially in my first month of work. Trying to balance gym, drawing, podcast, it wasn't balancing.
Nothing was balancing.
Until I learned that you don't really have to balance things, you just have to prioritize what's important to you.
Okay.
And that's what has been working for me. You really need to just prioritize what's really important for you and understand that it's 24 hours in a day. And for me, it's more of a mindset of I am only 24. And there's so many things I can remove from the table that will allow me to have more time. So on the weekends, I don't go out or you don't find me anywhere apart from my room. I'm drawing.
Okay.
And also, I don't judge anybody who's not able to balance or do the many things I do. It's because for me, I'm a workaholic. When I'm not working,
you're probably working.
When I'm not working or doing anything that feels productive to me, I feel sick. I hate myself.
That's something.
I hate myself. If I'm not drawing, doing a podcast, or I'm in the gym, or aside from this work they pay us for, which is exhausting, but
Uh-huh.
if I'm not working on any of my projects, I hate myself.
So it just feels like you're wasting time.
Yeah, I feel like I'm wasting time, and that's one thing that keeps me going. But however, to anybody else who's trying to like balance getting in the gym and yada yada yada, I feel like when you come to understanding that this body, especially with the gym, this thing is your
Did you
biggest.
see how he said this body? Like it's like a temple.
Exactly, exactly. That's the word I'm looking for.
I love how like I don't describe it as gym, just people that work out. Like they just have this my body's a temple, bro.
My
It's a
body's a
temple.
temple, bro.
Just out here with the scrunching, bro.
It's a temple, bro. It's a temple, bro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, like this body is what will drive everything you're trying to do.
Okay.
Like if you're not in good shape, this is what I believe. If you're not in good shape, if you're not taking care of what you're putting in, this thing will die earlier than you have to get to your goals.
Oh.
You need, it's like a vehicle, you know. A vehicle will only take you as far as you take care of it. If you don't service it, we won't get to Kalulushi. We'll just stick around Kitu.
Yeah,
But the thing that gets us to our goals is not even the books we read, the money we make. It's the body, because it's the one doing the work.
It's the one that's actually doing the things.
Yeah,
so
when I started thinking about it that way, that gave me the drive to say, there's no excuse to not take care of the one thing that will get me to the things I want to do.
And that, my friends, is why he was on TED Talk. I feel so inspired. I'm going to gym this week. I'm going to gym.
So then also we just have for me, I have I'm a person likes planning and organizing. I can't do without a routine. I feel crazy.
Yeah. I thought I was the only type of person that has like a routine about the way I do things. And if like once you miss that one step,
I feel crazy. I can't wake up in a day and just be like, today it will just be vibes. I can't.
But sometimes it's just vibes.
It's just Sundays, yes. I have Sundays.
Sometimes it's just
intentionally for me, I have Sundays. Sundays, if you check my Sundays, just for vibes.
Yeah, sometimes
if
it's just
after
vibes.
church, if I don't go to church, it just be vibes. Anything goes on Sundays. But from Monday all the way to Saturday, everything is pre-planned. I know what I'm supposed to do on Tuesday, on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have everything is like set, and sometimes we also have to understand that less is more. What makes it hard to balance life is trying to do everything at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So for me, I used to try to do everything in one day. I'll do work on a podcast, go to work, try to go to the gym. But now I've spaced it out into like Monday, specifically maybe for reading books. Tuesday is specifically maybe for writing or working on the podcast. Thursday is specifically for something else. Fridays is just for the gym. And when I go to the gym on Friday, I'm satisfied. And then during the I'm sure Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be doing push-ups at home, yes. But Friday is the one that I go to the gym because of my work schedule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't allow me to go every day. So that's how I balance. Then each day is attached to all my other projects. Monday, I write. Tuesday, I read. Wednesday, I work on the podcast. Anything to do with the podcast on Wednesday. Be it just editing one video, I'm satisfied.
Nice.
Then Thursday, they should be, I don't know, I can't remember. Then Friday, they show also, Friday is the gym. Then Saturday is the one for drawing.
Okay.
Then Sunday is the one just for laissez-faire. Yeah, that's why just...
Vibe Sunday has...
You watch some cartoons, SpongeBob, SquarePants especially.
Okay, animators and all. So that's great, man. That's great. So if anybody that follows his socials knows that you're very... it's not the wrong word. It's I want to just articulate very well and not to like low-key praise. It's a very well committed Christian, a committed follower of Christ our Lord. And sorry. I'm gonna put down on that. Yeah,
but
anyway, yeah, still going. Committed Christian.
Yeah.
Yes, and I don't know how you are managing that lifestyle in this very, very complex world that we live in, where there's so much wanted of us as young people to go out there and explore and do.
Yeah.
How does that work? Like, how are you so committed to it that it's your life, you live and breathe it.
Yeah.
You don't falter for anything. Yes, temptations will come here and there, but like you've braided it into your life, like your works, like even like you said, like your schedule, your work schedule,
yeah,
fitness schedule, I mean, it's not to say Christians don't work out or anything, but like, man, it's just all balanced out. How do you balance being a committed Christian
Yeah.
in such a in this day and age? Like, how does that work? Like, how's what motivates you every day to just keep up and keep going?
Firstly, I like to acknowledge that it's hard. It's it's spooky. Even though I'm seated here and there might be a picture out there to people that follow me on my socials and are like, he's a Christian, he's devoted. Probably he doesn't fall like we do. I fall more times than anybody knows. There's so many things that I've messed up this year. Wajize, if he came here and told you people, some of you people will be like, this is the same guy that's be posting Bible verses to us. Like the same temptations everybody's facing, I face them, and many of them have fallen into them. But what keeps me anchored despite falling and all that is there in the world, and the girls getting more nicer.
The girls.
Yeah. Is yeah. That's a talk for another day.
No one can see me. They don't know who I am.
Yeah. Yeah. With all that is going on in our generation, like you said, it's harder to live for Christ in our generation because everything is looking good. That's not God.
True.
Everything is looking good. That's not good. But what keeps me anchored is looking at my own story. Like, if I told my full story on this show, for me personally, I only see God. Coming from the house I'm coming from the struggle that I've been through to just get into uni, coming from a house where my parents got separated, my dad married another woman, he passed, coming from being raised in a house where there was a lot of gender-based violence, all that for me is what keeps me anchored to go. Like, for me to be the way I am, because for certain people just dealing with one thing, like witnessing your mom getting abused, they go crazy. They turn into a whole different person. Either they begin to
experiences differently shape who you are.
Yeah, they either begin to hate men for that reason, or they just begin to hate marriage. But for me to be able to be this guy today, it should have been God. Going, because another traumatic experience is your parents getting divorced.
Yeah.
That messes with your head again. You find yourself doing
you.
different things to satisfy that, or to get rid of that,
just
trauma.
to cushion their head, just cushion yourself.
Yeah, but for me, I feel like what preserved me to this point of not going the direction many people would have gone, to seek I'm looking for the right word, to seek comfort, validation, or affirmation in different vices that they are. It's God that preserves me, so I can tell this story to other people. Like, even if you go through all these things, because coming to CBU was a struggle. I was supposed to go to Evelyn Horn.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I was supposed to go.
Like, did you apply to Evelyn Horn? Then you found yourself here?
I applied to Evelyn Horn twice.
What did you want to do at Evelyn Horn?
First of all, I wanted to do pharmacy. Secondly, I wanted to do
that have been something, eh? You doing pharmacy?
Yeah,
crazy,
and everybody's like,
crazy.
That's your thing, because I like chemistry in high school, and I wanted to be a drug lord. Like an actual...
I like how chemistry people always like, I liked chemistry, but then now when you're going to get like, Jesus, do I want to do this? Like we had a guest, this is Patience. She did chemistry, right?
Yeah,
she did chemistry. Man, it was a whole story she explained about it and what. So now that you've explained it, it's brought back the whole story about it.
Yeah. But me, it was a whole different kind of drug lord. I wanted to start creating bombs. I was like, I looked at Osama bin Laden at some point. I don't know why. I was like, these are stories I've let people. Yeah. The actual way.
And some limbs.
So yeah, there's that story. That's for another day. But what really keeps me anchor, like living the way I live and being able to keep Christ at the center, is I've understood that in my own strengths, I can't do anything. I can't do anything, really. And I've seen it. I've seen myself trying to go the way that many people go because of trauma, because of heartbreak, because of failure, because of disappointment, because of death. Because these experiences are the reason why so many people are doing different things apart from God. But for me, I have been there where I've tried to go the way people go, but I feel like it was God always calling me back to his space to say, you are going to be one of those people that's going to be like, you went through everything
And
you're still with me, and be the example and tell people there's still hope.
definitely, man. I must say, after hearing your story and what you've said, like I do agree. Yes, you do give us hope in terms of how you live and how
Yeah.
you just project certain energy about yourself.
Yeah.
But just not to stream away and probably just some little clickbait. Marriage. Do you see yourself marrying anytime soon?
Do I see myself? Do I see myself
Do you
married?
see yourself marrying anytime soon? Did you see his smile?
Do I see myself married anytime soon? Definitely, 100%.
Cool.
100%.
Great,
100%.
great.
100%. Can I say more on that?
Sure. Go ahead.
Can I say more on that?
Kokorapo, as they
think
would say. Kokorapo.
That's one of the things that annoys me about our time. I don't want to use the word generation, because a lot of people post stuff like, we are a sad generation. We are not. That's a lie.
Do you believe we are in, I think, 3 generations? There's the millennials, there's Generation X, and now the Generation Z.
Yeah.
So that's a whole 3 generations that were all encompassed in.
I think we
Like
are.
on the basis of what you've said, like let's say our generation, like we're all in those 3 generations that view marriage very differently. Very, very different.
Yes, yeah, I agree to say all 3
Do you
generations.
know who Generation Z are though?
Generation Z.
It's
us. Between 1996 to 2012. Anybody
I thought it was a latter.
96.
I know.
96 to 2012. Everybody under that timeline is a Gen Z.
Now for Kasapa Pen, Jesus.
Yeah, then 95s, I can't remember the other ones. I just started my generation. So 96 to 2012 were all Gen Zs. And we all millennials and us, and the other one, Generation X.
X, yeah.
X is which one?
X, I think it's now coming
The
towards
children.
2010. Yes, these children who are coming.
Yeah,
coming.
the children.
I think 2005, quite no puisoko.
We can't, those are too young, we can't talk about them. But the Gen Zs and the millennials. 16-year-old Gen Z.
Not Gen none.
Gen Z. 5-year-old, they're Gen X. Hey. Okay. That's why they have these 16-year-olds are walking around like they know something. They're part of us. But our battle is just between millennials and Gen Zs. What makes it different in the way we see marriage is a lot of us are learning from what we've experienced in our parents' houses.
Yeah, that's probably the closest we could come to.
And many of our parents' marriages are messed up.
It's crazy.
Messed up. Very few homes. I don't know if very few homes. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I say very few homes. If people just started telling you how their parents treat them or the parents behave or do things for them, you'd be surprised they are okay children, because I feel like the millennials.
No, man, I think we don't get enough credit for how we've just put it off.
Yeah, because
we don't get credit for how much we've just put it off. Like, rub it
I
up.
know, right?
Yeah,
I know, right? Because our parents, not taking anything away from what they've done for us to get us to this level.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
They also grew up in a time where love wasn't like a thing.
Things also.
Yeah.
Things also. There was also like exposed. They were also exposed to a different type of lifestyle.
Yes, they're like exposed to a different kind of lifestyle. When you take back like 3 generations before the millennials, they were fighting for war. They didn't have time for love. So our parents, they didn't show them how to do homes and love and all that stuff. And the only thing they knew is how to find a woman or how to find a man. That's all.
After but that, to figure itself out.
Yes, they had to figure it out. So for me, I stopped judging my parents because of that. Because
even they equally just had like a lot of mishaps in how they were taught.
Yeah. So they were all basically just experimenting on how to do things, and they were doing things based on the knowledge they had about marriage.
True.
So, and us now, we are looking at them and how many of us, maybe our parents are divorced or separated, and they're like, marriage is a bad thing, yada, yada, yada. One time I had this guy post on his status, hey, marriage is a trap, shan. Then I told him, I texted him, I was like, yo, if your parents didn't meet, you'd be a sperm right now.
So, I mean, you're really sounding very ungrateful in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just have to understand that they grew up in a different time and there was no school. And I love the fact that our generation has all these things to learn about marriage, how to do a relationship. We're privileged. I believe 100% our generation is privileged. And our parents' generation, have to give them credit for they did what they could with what they knew.
True.
Yeah,
True,
they
true.
can't apologize. Yes,
No, they will never.
because even
They will
them in their time,
never. They will
imagine your
never.
father is Shaka Zulu. He ain't got no time to apologize to you.
No, man, they
Eh.
come and learn how to. No, man, you're not going to pick up this spear. You're dying.
Your
Pressure.
parents is fighting for freedom for Zambia with Kenneth Kaunda. He has time to come and apologize to you. There's bigger issues.
You never came to my graduation.
I was marching to get freedom for the country. What are you talking about? So
Things were wild back in the day.
yeah, so I feel like it's despite having a mentality of many people hating marriage, I feel like we, the Gen Zs, have the opportunity to lead the next generations to what love and marriage looks like. Because we have a lot to learn from our parents and adjust.
And just be better human beings. That's how I like to describe it. Like,
Exactly.
there's this whole perception of I want to be this and that and that.
Yeah.
Just be a better human being. But being a
Simple.
better human being is just being a better version of yourself.
A better parent, better brother, better sister,
Exactly.
better friends.
Like, look, you could be a jerk if you want to be, but like as long as you're just a better person, go about your things. But if you're just a better person to other people, well and good. Like, dude, well and good. Well and good.
That's what we need going forward. Because if we don't do that, then these we're calling Gen X, I think they'll be worse than us.
Man, it's always going a trajectory. And I hate this whole negativity that comes with it. Like, oh no, they're like this. These kids are like that. Like, not all of them are like that, guys.
Yeah.
Like understand. Even they are just trying to figure out. We are trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you back 10 years ago you were making the right decisions. No, you weren't.
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't.
I mean, look at me. You used to beat me all the time, bro.
But
But I still turned out fine, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Mr. TED Talk.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on. We've touched on the Christianity part and your fitness and how that works.
Yeah.
I'd have loved to touch on the painting, but I just don't really have a lot of knowledge about that.
The what?
The painting.
The painting.
The painting. Oh,
The art.
the drawing.
The drawing.
Did you see how you corrected me? The art.
The art.
No, pencil guy.
Yeah.
Malishupa. But yes, I've seen a lot of your drawings. You're really good. I don't know how much of a pursuit you go with it. I don't know how it's doing so far, especially now that you're in a bigger market out there. In Osaka.
Yeah. That's one thing that I've personally been sleeping on.
What's your experience been about it? Like you as a what are we going to describe you since you do this as an artist? Do we just describe you as an artist? Are you a drawer? Are you a
character design.
a character designer?
Yeah.
Do you plan on doing like
I
well, of course everyone's running to anime, so do you ever done that?
my dream.
Have you ever had that in your mind to like
No, not
one
anime.
day draw anime, have a whole character and blah blah blah?
Nah, not in that line. Not anime. I'm not a huge fan of. I don't watch anime. I'm not a fan of anime.
Okay.
But I admire guys who can
My
do
Paulo
that.
there is just giving you the eye.
Eh,
It's giving you the eye.
I've watched a few. I've watched High School DxD. I've watched that one.
Anyway.
I watched that one for some reasons when I wasn't so much of a saint. Yeah. But like those guys that do anime, then they make a comic book. That's my idea. But for me, it would be more about telling my actual stories using comics. Not just anime, like telling actual stories that people can relate to. And my biggest goal when it comes to being a character designer is one day to just design for Disney.
Oh, that's nice.
FYI, I watch all the cartoons in Kanto.
I don't know.
Go, Frozen.
I've never watched Encanto or Frozen.
Too bad,
Never.
bro.
No, I don't feel I've missed out on anything, but I've just never watched
Yeah,
them.
you ain't missing out nothing. If you ain't got interest, that's not a problem. Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Chapwa.
Exactly. So yeah, I plan to. So when I'm seated and I'm watching cartoons, for me, it's not about just watching. It's about me learning, understanding, and looking at every character like, wow, how did they come up with that? How can I get to that level? How did they get the story of two girls with different hair and make them so different, but yet so the same? And
What cartoon is that?
I'm talking about Frozen.
Oh,
Let it go.
okay. Anyway, you see, this is even so true that I don't even know. Like, I just see the memes and whatever. I've never watched the movie. I've never watched
I
the
don't know why I
movie.
picked Frozen out of all of them. I'd have
Hey.
gone for two both the two strings, but Frozen, it's Mapalo's fault. He started singing Let It Go.
So, like you described about your character designing and once wanting to
Design for Disney.
design for Disney, why not just make your own Disney? I mean, Disney started from somewhere.
It's in mind and it's being written down.
So it's more of like a bucket list.
Nah, it's more like a passion and it's engraved in my heart.
You're passionate that you want to design for Disney.
100%.
I don't know about that. But
100%. Like, everybody's going to watch it.
I understand his point. Okay, so I hope people can hear me. The thing is,
half the time they can't, but you do go on.
Yeah,
Do go
go
on.
on.
Do go on. Do go on.
so I think it's a thing about reach, right?
Yeah.
So if I have my own thing, right?
Uh-huh.
I have my own thing. I can do my own thing. It gives you a sense of pride. Like I started from somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm doing my own thing. But working for like a huge company
Mm-hmm.
where there's more eyes on your thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's more eyes on your art. Gives you just a sense of pride. Like the world can see my stuff.
Yep.
So I guess
Because my own thing will be like, it's just here in
that's
Zambia.
just local.
But if I can take my animation to everyone that loves animation apart from my local people.
Okay. No, if you put it that, but what I meant to actually say wasn't that you do it here in Zambia. No, I mean Disney, like whoever what Disney was. Yes, started it like that to say he wants to make the best animations in the world and all the best animators work for him and all that type of stuff. Like, if not that it's a bad idea to not think like that. Like if you're not thinking like that, stop animating. Just out here channeling my inner Andrew Tate.
You are weak.
You are weak.
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah, it's simp. But no, I meant in terms of if you long-term goals, there's Walt Disney is a short-term goal to say,
Real. Yeah.
I want to do Walt Disney, but ultimately I'd love to own on stuff,
Yeah.
maybe collaborate with them, and all those type of maybe linkages. But
That's the idea. That's the idea on the table. For now, it's in line. Like I said, it's in line. Like doing my own thing, but the short term, like you said, is to be able to work hard enough to like get to that Disney one time. Like Disney come to you like, yo, can you do the next Elsa?
yeah, that would really be cool. But what specific movie would you like to do? Animation, like would you be like, that one if I do it tomorrow, if Vio record me, I'm good.
Okay, so to those that are watching, this is my secret. I'm a hopeless romantic, so definitely something like Tangled.
I watch Tango. I love Tango.
Yeah,
Tango's a really good
I'm
movie.
hopeless. I'll do a Kazambian version
Oh, Tango.
a commander and
And some
girl
pie.
from uni.
And they come up pie.
And they come up pie from uni.
Okay, no, that would be great. That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, just quick one. Let's get a bit serious now. We're both.
Real estate.
Yes, I could say real. I don't know.
Realtors.
Are we realtors? I always hate that tag.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like we're boxed if we call ourselves realtors, especially us in Zambia. The way the course is or the program is stated as real estate studies.
Yep.
It was land economics before,
Yeah.
but now it's real estate studies, which I understand because I think
Yeah.
we're trying to get that model from the West and everything.
Yeah.
So calling ourselves realtors, I feel like a cheap knockoff. I'm sorry, but I just feel like I'm not sorry to all the realtors, but like it just feels like a cheap knockoff. Like we could call ourselves, but is there like a cooler name?
Okay, what do you think we should call
I don't
ourselves?
know. The thing is, estate agents also, we are now bordering with those agents
In the streets.
Yeah. We can't call ourselves, what other word would be out there? Valuers, because now we're also going to be infringing into other valuation people that are there. So it's like we're almost everywhere, but we're nowhere.
Yeah, I get
Yes, like we're everywhere, but we're nowhere. We have nothing, not that we have nothing distinct. We do, we have everything distinct about ourselves. But like we're just everywhere. And the whole realtor, like I said, I don't feel comfortable about it. To say I'm a realtor. Na pa Wikipedia nishavika pa ni realtor.
Wakata Wikipedia yama.
all that tries to make a Wikipedia page.
Eh?
Hey, yes, it's all there. It's all there.
How do
It's
you
all
make a
there.
real estate? Hey.
Don't real estate.
Mm.
Just want real estate.
Yeah, hey.
So anyway, yes, the tag out.
Wikipedia iratinya kuchiwafua.
Okay.
Wasanga bari pari was.
Man,
Was.
Wikipedia is a bit strange. It's a strange place. It's a strange place to meet all sorts of people. You see people's achievements because that's all that is. It's like people. It's not bragging. It's just people showing what they're doing. Yeah, me, I'm doing this.
You're talking about
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Not Wikipedia.
So, no, like this nigga about to die or something. Yeah, big.
Anyway, back. My bad.
LinkedIn,
Back
people.
to now.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Yes, not Wikipedia. Thank you.
Yeah,
God,
Nisha,
anyway.
LinkedIn or LinkedIn?
I have a
LinkedIn.
bad habit
Sharp.
of streaming off
Yeah, yeah.
off topic. So back to the whole realtor situation.
Yeah.
So us both being
Realtors. No, like before you get it.
yeah. Anyway, realtors.
Watch the real estate.
Thank you. Watch the real estate, but no, yeah, as realtors.
Yeah, but yeah, about real estate. For me, that is what sounds like a knockoff to me.
Really?
100%. If I say I've done real estate, I feel for me, realtor sounds kind of cool in my hands, because when you go to the definition of realtor on Google, it incorporates everything you do: estate agency, valuation, property development, property management. So for me, I use that as my tag. Other than saying I'm a valuer, that's limiting. You only people. Will
I
only know as
definitely. That is definitely.
or
definitely.
I'm an estate agent, that's limiting. But realtor for me is fancy because people will be like, "What's that?" I'll be like, "Okay, allow me to explain."
Yeah, because
So-
because half the time,
Yeah.
Tango, what do you do? I'm a realtor. What's that? I just hate the idea that I always have to explain.
You have to
That's how I
start
feel. I'm
enjoying
like,
it.
I can't start explaining all the time.
You have to start
pretty-
enjoying it. You have to start enjoying
No,
it.
I do enjoy it. I'm actually
Yeah.
quite privileged about having to do that course,
Yeah.
and it's helped me just view the world a lot. Again, the idea of real estate as being in real estate.
Yeah.
How's that coming? Like now in the corporate world for you, how have you found what we learned back at school? I'll go into the other various details. But just generally, how have you found it? Like now that you're in the corporate world, how have you come to appreciate it? Is it something you're like, yeah, made right choice, or I should have added this and that. I should have just gone a different direction.
I think it'll shock a lot of people if I say this. Being that one time as a person who didn't like school, there's so many stories I have to tell. Second year, I was like, school's wasting my time. But third year, that's when I started loving my course.
Okay.
But however, after going into industry for a few months now, I like, take me back to CBO. I like to learn this stuff again. With the fact that real estate can easily make you a business tycoon.
Easily.
Easily.
Donald Trump.
Because
Donald Trump.
most of like one of the courses like business finance, I found it like very handy with my own personal projects, my own personal businesses. Like the whole Excel we were going for every Friday. Very important.
Very important.
Very important. And understanding the markets and all that stuff we are learning. I'll do real estate again without hesitation. Very important. Like there's no bigger market to make money from
Then real estate.
than real estate in Zambia. I don't know if anybody can bring another argument. Stocks, it's not much. But we learn about stocks.
We do learn about stocks.
We do
Business
learn
finance.
We
Business
learn
finance.
about stocks. We are privileged, like we understand stocks. And when you go out there, you know these things. Somebody's talking about face value, you're just like, me too. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Yesterday-
Compound interest, even me.
Even me,
that,
I know. You know, stuff like prepare statements. I got you.
No
I got
stress,
you. I'm
man,
not
no
an
stress.
accountant, but I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
you,
no
bro.
stress, no stress.
You know, prepare an invoice. I got you, bro. I'm not an accountant, but I got you.
I
But
can
because we
put it.
learned those things in our program, I feel like our program is very diverse. That when you go out in the industry, it's up to you to limit yourself.
Definitely.
It's up to you to limit yourself. You can easily jump into any business, even accounting.
You can just jump in
If
there
you
and just-
take some time after school to like sharpen those, just that accounting they gave us in, is it fourth year, third year?
40.
Fourth year?
40.
You even take some like to my programs online on sharpening just from, because they give us the whole base in third year of accounting. Now you take like a 2-3 months course on accounting. You can apply for an accounting job. That's how privileged we have.
You can easily grasp the basic
Yeah.
foundation because that's what we were taught in school.
Everything.
Yeah.
And many companies these days, they need somebody who knows Excel. We were taught
Yeah.
Excel in third year.
Yeah, or
We
something
went for
like
classes with Excel. So I feel like if I had the chance to go do real estate, I wouldn't hesitate. I'm like, yo, take me back.
let's just go do it
I know
again.
stuff
Just
is
run
hard.
it-
Stuff is
just
wild.
run it back. Do you want to do masters?
Do masters. No, me, I'm done with school. bro.
The man just said, "No, me want to go back," but then I asked you to go back. I don't want to go back.
I'm done. I'm talking about going back to get the degree, but
But the masters is what? 3 years? 2 years?
I'm done in school, bro.
Oh, but now it's 2 years now from
Now it's
the
2 years.
current evaluation of the whole
Yeah,
education
it's-
system.
Okay, but maybe when God says like, yo, you gotta get, I won't hesitate.
What if
but
God is telling me? It's using me to tell you, go get that master's. Bro.
get the masters?
Get that master's.
I'm sure he will send me a message. He will text me.
No, but okay, no, that's no stress, no
Yeah.
stress. Another part of being a realtor is which one do you think is the hardest? Valuation, estate agency. I know management is just not that not that I'm throwing shade on it.
Yeah.
Me love me some management, but estate agency or valuation.
Okay, what do you mean? Well, what do you mean by which one's hard?
Which was hard?
Like performance or
Which one is hard?
making money?
Which one is hard? Okay, which one is hard to perform and which one is hard to make money off?
I think estate agency is wild.
Why do you think so?
Because people are already used to those informal people.
Yeah.
And for you, if you don't have a company behind you on your back, it's hard to start in that sense because there's all this process of going to what is that
Zia,
Zambia
yeah.
Institute of Estate Agency,
Get-
yada yada yada.
it's my-
You have to get through all that process and go to school again for a bit, and also just aside from that, but just doing it, looking for people to buy property because property is not a shoe, bro. Nobody has 500,000 kwacha tomorrow after they see the house.
Nope.
It's gonna be the pension, then we'll make the deal.
Yeah,
So I feel like estate agency is hard with all especially the informal market is one thing that makes it very hard. Credibility is lost because of those people. I go and say I'm a realtor, I do estate agency. Even if I say I went to CBU, they'll think I'll be swindling them the same way those people do.
Yeah,
so estate agency is hard.
Just another question on estate before I wanted to really interrupt you on the part of said of the informal
sector.
Yeah, informal sector, informal agents. Zia, it's like a little rant. There's no way we have gone to school for God knows how many years that we should go again
to get
a license
to be an
and go
agent.
to school again. Like I don't know, Paro, do you guys have a thing in planning? Like no, like to get a license, do you have to do courses, crash courses, or do you just pay?
Do you just start? You just get into it like after you're done school, you're a planner.
But Zia is
It's there
Zambia
for us.
Institute of Estate Agency. So for us, if you want to be a registered estate agent,
agency.
you have to get a license from them. If you don't have a license from them, and if they catch you doing those things, you could be
in
jailed.
trouble.
It's different from planners.
Anyway, back to my rant. There's no way you are going to make us pay. God knows how much money that is. One, go for those school things. Two, and all those are prerequisites, by the way. It's not optional. If you could make it optional, it would really be great. But there's no way me and sorry, I have to use this name, but Mr. John, who knows people in the streets quite all right. Look, I praise those guys. They are 100% needed in the market. But me and him are not at the same expertise level.
Yeah.
I should be able to have a leeway about this, to say I can go get my degree apart from him and do what I need to do. It's easy for me because at least I've put in the work and I have an understanding.
Yeah.
Yes, putting us into this level field is great, but it's a little bit unfair because I have just more understanding about this.
Yeah.
than him. Yes, he has the more experience better than me,
Yep.
but I have the qualifications. I can go in, put in what, and I'm done. There should become a leeway for us to be able to do it.
Yeah,
The way it was
yeah.
back in the day, I don't know why things have changed.
Yeah.
But yeah, please, yeah, we beg of you. We want to be, me, I want to be an agent, but it's hard.
It's what?
It's hard.
It's
Being like you said, starting on your own, because I really wanted to try start it this year.
Yeah.
I tried to find somebody house, man. It took forever.
Wow.
It took forever. It was in Ghana. It took forever because now I had to physically start walking around.
You have to.
Yes, because you couldn't just do it online. Like, oh, online, trying to put the base. It looks
And you're
easy.
putting in your own money.
And
at
you're
the end of
putting your own money into it. And then what you're going to only get is 100 kwacha.
Real.
Yeah, and that 100 kwacha is not, it's not just the 100 kwacha you're getting, it's like, oh, Tsanga did this for me.
Yep.
You know, he did this for me. So, yeah, that's kind of like a struggle equally I've had with estate agency. But, guys, valuation.
Valuation's hard.
Okay, maybe it's just a personal struggle with valuation. But after I've come to enjoy it now, I've come to enjoy it now that I've kind of worked around with people doing these valuations. It's been a bit better. But valuation was always a nightmare for me.
It's hectic.
It's always a nightmare. Land value, what and what, buildings.
Yeah.
It sounded Greek to me.
It's Greek. And I
Greek.
agree. It's hard. It's also very hard.
Yeah, it started Greek, but then eventually, when with experience and everything,
But
it became good.
I feel like what makes valuation a little bit easier is the fact that there are comparables and stuff,
Definitely.
and some stuff are like prices of certain materials on the building. You just have to call certain companies you trust. Like, I need to know how much heavy tiles are, or how much an aluminium door frame is, or aluminium sliding windows, all that stuff. You just have to go certain people like, give me a quotation or stuff like that. Then you have your numbers. Then you start calculating panga bill of quantities. So yeah.
Penda kuikata CM unepanga BOQ ha. Mwapsana. Yeah, mwapsana.
Because when you go to value, you just know how to take your measurements the right way. GIA?
Depends.
GIA.
GEA is outside.
Gross external.
Yes, and GIA is inside.
Gross internal. Yeah, now you have to know which one is residential and which one is for commercial.
So you need to know all those. It's like a very swifty. You need to be sharp. If you don't know which one to use when, it's quite tricky.
You mess up because for residential it's external. Then commercial is internal. So when you know just those, I feel like that's what makes it a little bit easier than walking. Because why I said estate agency is hard, you have, if you don't have a car, you and the son best friends.
It's the worst.
You and the
it's
son
the worst,
best
you people.
friends.
Like, it's the worst. Estate agency.
You gotta put in airtime. You have to learn a lot of English. You have to know four languages.
Yes, you have to know wherever you're going to find it. You have to know that local language. Go throw you in southern province. You're going to have to speak or swim.
Yeah, you have to be meeting chiefs if you're doing in rural places, and there's a lot of walking.
Have you tried or have you found yourself in a process where you're doing not rural land, customary to statutory land?
No. I haven't had the chance because right now I'm doing property management. So even if there's
how's that going? How's that?
Excel, if you can hear me, you're my best friend. We're always on Excel, bro. Excel, Microsoft Excel. I can even give a crash course to people that want to learn Excel because I've become an expert in Excel. All of a sudden, every single day on Excel, statements, rental performance schedules, rental collection schedules. What else is there? Invoices. You're always on Excel, punching numbers, figures, demand letters, rental collection, Excel. All I can say about property management, Excel.
Excel. You're an Excel tight,
Buddha.
Okay.
Everything's Excel. It's
but how's so we learned. I don't know if you quite remember. We learned something in management where it's what it's called client. Okay, not client. what do you call the people that you're hiring, that you're putting in the house?
Retention,
No, client selection.
land
Yes,
selection,
client selection. Have you ever found
oh,
yourself doing that? Tenant selection. Yes, tenant is the word I forgot.
tenant selection. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I found myself trying to do that.
Like, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you have to select a tenant? Like you said, you're doing property management, and
Oh, the screening
yes, like
process.
this is Mr. Him and her, and you have to choose between these two who is going to enter that property.
Yeah, that's tenant screening. I have, cause okay, what makes it easier? There are requirements for you to enter into any building. I feel like every building has requirements, especially the commercial building. There are certain requirements you have to bring. Your statement from the bank, PACRA, ZRA, all that stuff, your company profile. You have to have those. So from those, that's why we see. If we see your statement is showing these are number blanks, you make less than what rent is. Buy, bro. So that's the
Okay.
so that's one of the screening processes. And also like the other one we learned where we visit where you're coming from. Like, okay, why did you leave? Even if you have a good bank statement, we have to get in touch with the last
The
building you
last
are at, like, okay,
landlord that you're with. Why did
this-
this person leave?
this is the criminal, eh? So
Yeah.
we have to do that. Yes, I've been there. So that's
Like, have
cool.
you like how's your perception of like maybe foreign tenants? How's that?
They are right unless okay. I feel like what kills foreign tenants most of the time is the fact that they think we're also trying to swindle them because they don't know what we're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a language barrier. Is it like a culture barrier? What
I think language barrier and also being swindled by our people at some point. Yes, that's what
Yeah,
makes
no,
them
but guy,
Yeah.
ish.
So I feel like
Ones are becoming experts at that though.
certain foreigners they are comfortable when they know for a fact if you're a company that's well known. But if it's just some gym and job like they know you're going to say the way we do it's in 25 kwacha because we know Irish excuse me, boss, this is 25 kwacha, but it's 5 kwacha to us the locals. But what are you selling it?
Why are you saying a
25 to
yeah,
because
like,
they are American and all that stuff. So
hey, man, that's taking advantage.
so some of them are aware of that, but some of them are just like, okay, 25 kwacha.
Okay.
But it all comes down to you as a person. What do you live by?
Okay.
Yeah. Are you honest and transparent, and are you into doing that? If you're not,
Sometimes I'm not honest though. I'll
Mhm.
tell you this right now. I'm not honest. Sometimes we try and steal.
Mhm.
All right. So our supposed producers told us to wrap it up with his demands.
Then to wrap it up,
To wrap
mic
it up.
check 1, 2.
So, guys, it's been a great episode. I've liked how we've geeked about real estate. I've always wanted somebody from my space to come
Yeah.
here and talk about this. Hopefully, we can come and do this again. This time, I think just
We're doing it like 4 times. Expect us. Like this is part 1 of 4.
This is part 1 of 4.
Yeah.
So I talk about graphic design.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have to talk about creative stuff with Mapalo.
I guess, but boo, no one
No,
wants to hear about your
okay.
boring stuff, Palo. Yeah, so
Yeah.
definitely we'll see. Why?
If I put them on the so
Do you know how many people are going to be tuned on to this? You don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
So part 1 of 4,
Yeah.
definitely that will come from Prince.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure having you here. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah.
God bless you wherever you are doing your thing, man. Real inspiration. The whole TED thing was. I mean, I felt some type of like.
Yeah.
I don't think you understood when I sent that message. That was from the heart, man. I was like,
Thanks,
man,
bro.
this was. Man, you deserve that. I looked and I was like, this is great. This is so great. This is nice. This guy really deserves it.
You got me blushing on camera, bro. Like it's not for everybody to see. You get what I'm saying? Like,
But yeah, so that was that one, and yeah, hope to see you soon.
yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. Hope I come on your podcast too.
Yeah,
Ubuntu
definitely.
podcast. Yeah, hope I
I'll
can
have them on
definitely come.
Ubuntu podcast because the pressure of being a guest, I felt it. Shout out to all my guests on my podcast. I now understand how you guys feel.
Yeah, it's not
I'll
easy.
be gentle.
It's not easy. So yeah, you just probably have to give us some closing remarks. Maybe do a ad placement if you want. We've got like free advertising. Free advertising, eh?
Free
You
advertising.
can do shameless advertising, right?
I know you can do it.
You can do the shameless advertising. Then can definitely do definitely like an outro of how we'll end the podcast. So you can go ahead, say what, speak your piece, closing remarks.
I like to take this chance to thank everyone that sent a heart feeling message over the TED talk, the TEDx talk I had. Personally, it meant a lot. It meant a lot to me. It meant the world to me. Everybody that took time said congratulations. You had drop hearts in my inbox, because for me the TEDx thing, it's been a dream. For somebody that's watched 50 plus TED talks in their life, it was big. I felt like one of those guys I was watching when I was up there. So thank you a lot. Shout out to my team, Albatross Designs. Shout out to my team, Albatross Design, Joshua and Jeza. Hope you guys see this. Maybe if you do.
What do you mean maybe? Like they won't just go as far as the end of the episode.
People don't get to the end of stuff.
No, they don't really do.
Yes,
It's weird.
especially when you say, we're about to end the episode, like, out. Yes. What else are you going to say? They said everything. So, yeah. Shout out to my team and shout out to everybody that's trying to do something with their life. I think my biggest inspiration in life is people that are doing something, like you guys as well. I'm personally inspired. Like, I love this right here. Personally inspired by people that are trying to do something with their life, like podcasting, business. That's why I draw my inspiration from. Any content creators. Shout out to you out there. It's not easy. It's wild, bro. Especially if you don't have bums. It's wild to get attention. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that came from.
No, but I get it. No, but I get it.
But it's what? If you don't have bunda, to share on TikTok, it's what
it's
getting
wild.
attention. And
It's wild, man.
Yeah, and the
It's
algorithm.
wild.
I'm saying this. Yeah, that was a joke, but I'm saying this, that the algorithm is not wild. It's hard to get attention as a genuine content creator. So shout out
Try
to
to do like just genuine general topics that you'd like to have a piece on because you feel you're informed enough. But I've experienced this. Let me talk about this. Maybe somebody will hear it and they'll pick up something on it.
But the algorithm will just mess
Voila,
you up.
you're not going to watch that.
So shout out to all content creators. Keep doing your thing. Every time I see a piece of content, I get inspired myself. So yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah. So just to close out the pod, shout out to Audacity, Mr. Mapalo Salimu.
You
can't see his shirt, but he's got some cool shirt with him. Check that out.
Coming.
Yeah.
No, you have to stand there.
Audacity.
Audacity. Yeah, I hope you can see
Audacity.
it. Hope you can see it. Get your shirts from him on his socials. What are your socials, right? Etc. Studios. Shout out to them for providing us with these
mics and everything.
Yes, mics, the space, the opportunity for us to be here. We'll be eternally grateful. Also, shout out to everybody who's watching this podcast. Everyone that's made
do it for you, the listeners.
Definitely. Mwah, mwah, my darlings. So we do it for you guys. Thanks for the how many one?
How much subscribers?
69. The last one.
Bro, that's a church, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta think about it that way.
Hey, ulukuta so ulukuta lonze twamitasha mkwai pakutukonka pakupema subscribers mkwai mkonka nyepo ka like na fianza kapo pona kwati kapo so ka like malipika ka comment minamu mkwai
click the link down below.
Click the link down in the description box. Share with all the people that would like.
It's here up here down. That link.
So you've been of really wonderful support to us. Yeah. I really don't get to this stage. I'm not the one who does the outros. I don't know. So it's really strange.
Let me do the outro.
Yeah, so it's really strange.
Yes. Kapanokpo. Shout out. Top Commander.